Track weather with meteorologist Blaze Keller.
We sat underneath cloud cover through most of your Sunday, and that obviously kept our temperatures on the lower end. Didn't quite get into those low 30s like we were expecting, and obviously we unfortunately didn't see that sunshine, but we are going to see some sunshine as we head into your Monday. We're just 2 weeks away from Christmas. Hard to believe, because it just hasn't really felt like December out there. Not really feeling super cold temperatures, let alone seeing a whole lot of snow. So far for the month, Madison, we've only accumulated about an inch or so. So definitely a long ways away from our average foot of snow accumulated throughout the entire month. Back behind us, nothing but quiet conditions as that strong low pressure system that brought those deadly tornadoes to parts of Kentucky and Tennessee continues to push its way further into the East Coast and then into the Atlantic. That was part of the same system that brought us that rain and some flurry action yesterday. Winds have turned out of the northwest this morning and stayed there throughout the day, keeping us in those 20s with our wind chill value, the pink number here, kind of teetering in those teens depending on where you're at. Montello, Baraboo, Madison, it feels like the low teens, low to mid-teens, and then we got 20s closer to the state line. Tonight we're going to hang out underneath slowly clearing conditions, teens and 20s for overnight lows, northwesterly winds at about 5 miles per hour. Future Track is going to bring us quiet conditions as we go into your Monday morning. Again, I think we will see sunshine, but I think Future Track is just a little bit too quick to bring in those decreasing clouds. I think it's going to happen as we actually head into your morning commute onwards. And then winds turn out of the south as a high pressure system sets up just briefly. So that's going to push a lot of that cloud cover to our north, warm us up a little bit for your Monday. And then a cold front passes Tuesday going into Wednesday, and that's going to actually cool us down just for Tuesday before we start that climb back into the 40s. So temperature outlook from the 18th through the 24th takes us all the way up through Christmas Eve. Unfortunately, it continues to keep the warmer than average temperature trend across much of the United States, but particularly that bullseye of a strong likelihood of warmer than average temperatures right across the Midwest. And if we look at whether or not we'd see precipitation, kind of along the lines of what we would normally see during that same time frame, we're leaning more dry. So unfortunately, it looks like in the days leading up to Christmas Eve, we're going to be warmer than average and drier than average, which may mean that we're not going to have a white Christmas this year. It is too early to say for any certainty, but I personally am not seeing it in the cards this year. The last time we had a brown Christmas was back in 2021, I believe. I think we had snow last year. It was the year before that. But that's kind of out of the ordinary. Actually, over 153 years, over 60, nearly 70% of our Christmases have had snow on the ground in the Madison area. And if you look at the last 30 years, we're even closer to that 70%, up from 66 to 68% of our last 30 years. Those Christmases have had snow on the ground. However, it should also be noted that during that same time frame, our average temperature on Christmas has increased by a degree. So warmer air is going to have more moisture in it. So that does make sense. But I don't see it in the cards this year. Long-range models leading all the way up to Christmas have no big systems on the horizon, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. 40s on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Could see some rain there Friday. And we're going to be pretty seasonal through about Wednesday of next week.
I like that you brought that data in to put into perspective of what things are kind of looking like right now.
Yeah, I mean, statistically, we should have a white Christmas, but I think this year I just don't see it in the cards. I'm going to hold my breath and hope that I'm wrong, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Blaze. Today, furry friends visited the Lodi Elementary School, and it was part of the 7th annual Christmas by the Creek celebration. The event